Today we are going to share a few things that are visible but difficult to explain. The Egyptian pyramids, which you must have heard of as one of the 7 wonders of the world. They include the Great Pyramid of Giza, Babylon, the Hanging Gardens, and the statue of Zeus and other large ruins. However, due to various historical reasons, only the Great Pyramid of Giza remains today. Some people believe that things like the Hanging Gardens may have been invented by ancient people. After all, the technological power of that time may not have been able to build such amazing wonders. But the pyramid in front of us is a confusing existence for scientists. Today, let's go into Egypt, enter the pyramid, and explore the world's biggest mystery. Egypt is known as the king of the pyramids. There are nearly 100 pyramids in the country, and the Great Pyramid of Giza is the largest, with a side length of up to 230 meters and a height of 146 meters. Considering the reasons for historical differentiation, this height may be a few meters higher. Next to the Great Pyramid of Giza, there are 2 smaller pyramids, forming a pyramid group. More than 300,000 people come here every year to take pictures and check in. Archaeologists speculate that the construction of the Great Pyramid of Giza took place around 2506 BC. Building this pyramid required enormous national efforts from ancient Egypt. The outer layer of the pyramid was made up of densely stacked stones. Scientists have estimated that there were approximately over 2 million stones, with the largest one weighing 60 tons and an average weight of 2 to 3 tons for the other stones. What is most incredible is that the largest stone was located at a height of 50 meters above the ground. This means that the ancient Egyptians had to figure out a way to move these huge stones to a height of 50 meters all at once during the construction of the pyramid. Given the technological level at that time, it was certainly impossible to use elevators. Therefore, the construction method of the pyramid remains a mystery to this day. However, the mystery of the pyramid is not limited to this. There are other mysteries surrounding the Great Pyramid of Giza worth exploring. The first is the construction method. We all know that over 7,000 years ago, ancient Egypt did not have any mechanical tools, so they had to rely on human labor to move each stone weighing 2 tons to the construction site for stacking. Archaeologists believe that the ancient Egyptians built a ramp next to the pyramids in order to push the stone blocks up one by one. Every few meters, they added another layer to the ramp, using the slope of the ramp to roll the blocks up. But we all know that the highest point of the pyramid is 140 meters, and mathematicians have calculated that the angle of a ramp built at this height cannot be greater than 5 degrees. In other words, to achieve the same height at an angle less than 5 degrees, the ramp would need to be infinitely long. So, what is the final length? It's about a distance of 2 kilometers. To successfully pull up a stone block, one must travel nearly 2 kilometers. Even today, this sounds very impractical. It is said that the construction of the Khufu pyramid took a full 20 years. Therefore, we can calculate the weight of the raw MP. At that time, the Egyptians needed to move nearly 4.5 million stone blocks, which means they had to move 1 block every 2 minutes on average. Even without considering the entire length of the ramp, completing this work every day would require not eating or drinking. Normal people would be exhausted in less than half a day. Some conspiracy theorists believe that the pyramids were successfully built with the help of aliens. However, as the investigation deepened, a German architect discovered the secret of building the pyramids. He believes that the bottom layer of the pyramid can use soil slopes to move stones, and then change the way of thinking after reaching a certain height. The inside of the pyramid is equipped with a spiral corridor, through which people can walk up and carry stones at the same time, saving a lot of effort. But for the people at that time, this was still a very huge project. Archaeologists also cannot find any traces of construction corridors inside the pyramid. Another architect from Japan has his own opinion. He believes that the pyramid is not entirely made of stone blocks. They just piled up normal stones on the surface, which looked very tall and magnificent, but in fact, they were all fake inside. In order to replace the stone blocks, people brought many pieces of broken stones or lighter soil blocks. This does save a lot of effort in transportation. Some people went to the inside of the pyramid to secretly dig out some things for analysis in order to verify this claim. However, they were all strictly prohibited by the Egyptian government. Later, a group of archaeologists excavated several relics around the pyramid, all which belonged to the ancient Egyptians, who lived next to the pyramid at that time. Based on the size and area of the relics, It is estimated that about 30,000 people lived around the pyramid at that time, and these people were likely the laborers who built the pyramid. According to the analysis of archaeologists, the population of Egypt at that time was about 30,000. After subtracting the elderly and children, the remaining adults were sent to build the pyramid. This sounds incredible, like the ancient Great Wall of China, but the difficulty of construction of the two is not at the same level. In addition, how to command these 30,000 people to complete the construction task of the pyramid is also a mystery. At that time, there were no communication tools, and only shouting could be used. For such a large project, it would take a long time to convey the task without shouting. In addition, someone may have tampered with the inside of the pyramid, and the foreman may not be able to catch the culprit. Another mystery of the pyramid lies between the stones. If you have observed the pyramid, you may have noticed that each stone is coated with a strange substance that binds the stones tightly together, but it's not the cement we know. However, its effect is several times better than cement. Thousands of years have passed, and these stones have weathered severely, but the internal substance has not changed at all. Scientists have tried to conduct analysis, but failed to find corresponding components. Therefore, some speculate that these strange substances come from the alchemy of ancient Egypt, but this technology has long disappeared with the disappearance of ancient Egyptian civilization. The third mystery originates from the inside of the pyramid. If you are lucky enough to enter the inside of the pyramid, you will be surprised to find many rooms of different sizes, filled with stone coffins. They are made of granite and have a very smooth surface. When people found them, there was nothing inside. According to the technology at the time, it would take more than a decade to polish such a smooth surface. It seems absurd to spend a whole decade creating a stone coffin with such a smooth surface, but nothing inside. Next, this mystery is related to pi. In the early 19th century, British astronomer Smith discovered the relationship between the pyramid and pi. He divided the length of the pyramid by its height, and the result was exactly pi. Although pi was first proposed by mathematician Archimedes in 30 BC, even mathematicians like Archimedes only calculated to 4 decimal places. The length, GTH and height of this pyramid have been accurate to 4 decimal places. This makes us wonder if the ancient Egyptians already knew about the existence of pi. Another mystery related to math is the distance between the Earth and the Sun. It is surprising that the height of the pyramid is 148.2 meters, and the distance between the Sun and the Earth is exactly 1 billion times the height of the pyramid. This coincidence has indeed surprised many people. What's even more strange is that the speed of light is also related to the coordinates of the pyramid. We can open a web map to check the central coordinates of the pyramid, which is 29.979250 degrees north latitude, while the speed of light is 100,000 times this coordinate. We know when the latitude differs by 0.01 degrees on the map, the actual distance will differ by 10 kilometers. It's hard to believe that the ancient Egyptians could achieve so many coincidences. Based on these coincidental numbers, some scientists speculate that the ancient Egyptians had already mastered a very high civilization. They were no less knowledgeable than modern humans in astronomy, physics, and mathematics. In addition, the 4 sides of the pyramid correspond exactly to the map's north, south, east, and west directions, and its north side deviates from true north by only 0.057 degrees, with a distance difference of only 3 centimeters. The ancient Egyptians had no accurate measuring instruments, but they could find the direction of true north on Earth so accurately. Some people believe that ancient Egyptians could find their way around the Earth by observing celestial phenomena, especially the position of the North Star. After discussing these numerical coincidences, let's talk about the existence of tomb raiders. As we all know, no matter which country, as long as there are historical relics, they will be targeted by various tomb raiders. The famous pyramids are no exception. For these people, the pyramids are even more attractive. Archaeological studies have shown that the pyramids were likely looted by a large number of tomb raiders in the early 20th century, because when scientific survey teams entered the pyramids to investigate, they basically left nothing behind. Some people also believe that the pyramids are actually a base for extraterrestrials. They sneaked in while humans were not paying attention, and took away all the high-tech equipment inside. As for the truth, perhaps it will take several hundred years before we can get an answer. So, who built the pyramids? Please feel free to discuss in the comments below.
If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our channel so that you will be the first to receive the latest videos from us. Click the red subscribe button. Thank you.